Alright, so according to this, I'm officially live and my phone just went off. That's an awesome way to start off this Raw review. Hey guys, what is up? It's me, it's Steve, but you already knew that already. So this is my WWE Monday Night Raw review, recap, results. You kind of get the idea for October 23rd, 2017. Thank you all for tuning in live here, or if not, you're watching the playback when it's become the public video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share this video or stream whatever, or however you listen to this to throughout your entire social media platforms. Okay, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. You kind of get the idea. Before I get into this Raw review, I want to give a big thank you to the homie himself, Salrex Gaming, for the awesome layout that you see on the screen. If you, again, are a YouTuber or a podcaster out there and you want awesome layouts, logos, what have you for your YouTube channel, your podcast, or your YouTube videos, whatever it may be, hit him up on Twitter. He will work with you. He's done layouts not just for myself, but for OKFabe, Joe Cronin for the Joe Cronin Show, Solemn Monster from the Solemn Monster Sounds of podcast, and as well as the good people over at That Ass Podcast. Dynasty 215 says you didn't watch tonight, and to be honest here, it was kind of a skippable show. I'm gonna be very, very honest. I thought tonight's Raw, being that it was the post show to TLC, I thought tonight's show was pretty much a meh show. Like, I'm not saying it was completely terrible, nor was it good either. It was more like in the middle, where there's stuff that's like, didn't really make sense to me. But hey, that is WWE for you. Guys, give your thoughts down below in the comment threads on your take on Monday Night Raw tonight. Or if not, on Twitter at HeelSteven. So, the show kicked off with Kurt Angle announcing the matches for Survivor Series. Because, apparently Survivor Series now has become the battle of the brands. Brand supremacy. Smackdown versus Raw. Raw versus Smackdown Live. Can we just call Survivor Series bragging rights if that's the case? I'm just saying. I'd rather have them call it bragging rights than Survivor Series. So, some of the matches that we've already found out that are going to take place on this show are champions versus champions. So, not only will it be Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar, which they've made official later on in the night, we're also going to see SmackDown Live's Women's Champion Natalya go up against Raw's Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. You have Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, who are currently the Raw Tag Team Champions, versus the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, the Usos. And like I said earlier, Brock Lesnar, Jinder Mahal. And as well, we're going to have two 5-on-5 elimination matches between, again, the men's Raw versus SmackDown teams, and as well as the women. Here's the thing about it, okay? The card itself, this is how it's going to go. I'm going to be very honest. I am not really big on this card. I'm not really big on it. Because essentially you're talking about Natalya versus Alexa Bliss, two heels going at it. Oh, by the way, too, I didn't mention this also. You're also going to have The Miz versus Baron Corbin as well as Survivor Series. So that's the Intercontinental Champion versus the U.S. Champion. So you're talking about heel versus heels. I'm going to go on record and believe here, again, I'm just assuming here, that probably somewhere by here in Survivor Series time, someone's dropping their belt. Whether it's Alexa, whether it's Natalya, I'm probably assuming she's going to cash in on, on Natalya. I don't even know. Or, hey, who's to say, Carmella cashes in on either Alexa Bliss and goes to Raw. I'm just saying, okay? Now, if you ask me, okay, and it's the same thing goes for, like, same thing goes for, like, Miz and Baron Corbin. The whole notion that they're both two heels going at it as well. I'll say this. If it was up to me, this is what I would have done. Anyone that's a champion on Raw has to defend their title at Survivor Series against someone that's from SmackDown Live. And vice versa. If you're a champion on SmackDown Live, you have to defend your title against someone that's on Raw. The notion being, hey, anything can happen. Titles can change hands. It can go a different place. That's what I would have done. Again, take it for what it's worth. But that was my honest opinion on that. Then The Miz came out the bar, and they literally threatened Angle. They had literally surrounded the whole ring, and then Ambrose and Rollins came out to, back up Angle pretty much. And Angle announced that it will be, a 6-person tag right there on the spot. It'll be The Miz The Miz with Sheamus and Cesaro versus Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and apparently this person stuck around for one more night, that being AJ Styles. It's kind of crazy because, like, okay, we have this brand split, right? It's a brand split, apparently, but it's like no fucks are given. You know what I mean? That's the vibe I got from all this, right? At the same time, okay, you're teaming up AJ Styles with with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, right? We're heading into the Survivor Series. Have we forgotten that last year, AJ Styles was the same guy that got triple power bombed by the Shield? Have we forgotten that already? But yeah, here we are a year later, and Ambrose and Styles are on the same team along with Seth Rollins. Like nothing ever happened. Hands wiped off, all in the clear. I thought the match was pretty cool. Good way to kick off the show. But at the end of it all, when it was all said and done, Styles got the win for his team hitting the phenomenal forearm on Cesaro, I believe. And then after the match, Kane appeared, right? And he literally chokeslammed Rollins, right? And he stood in the ring. Keep this in mind. This is the same Kane that apparently put Braun Strowman in the trash. And he got on the mic and talked about how, you know, for a year now, Braun Strowman was supposed to be the monster among men, and Kane finally saw the monster for the first time, what he really was. And reality is that Braun Strowman was trash, garbage. That's why he literally put him in that dumpster, or that trash truck, whatever the garbage truck, whatever the fuck you want to call it, okay? And out of nowhere, out comes Finn Balor. And they had a short little match. It didn't go long. Literally, Kane just, literally beat the heck out of Finn Balor here with like 3 choke slams for the 1, 2, 3, and got a clean win on Finn Balor. I kind of understand, hey, you want to give this guy momentum. Hey, he's now the big monster now on Raw. And the whole notion that now Braun Strowman is now a babyface. Okay. It's going to be very interesting, but I don't know. I'll give it a chance. We'll see what happens here. Maybe a Survivor Series, they'll have a match. I don't even know. My head hurts, okay? We had a rematch from last night's TLC. We had Asuka going up against Emma. A match that, once again, went long. I'm not saying it was longer than their TLC match or anything like that, but the whole notion here, okay, again, the match was just there. I'll be honest here. But Asuka got the win, obviously, with the Asuka lock. But it's one of those things where, okay, Emma, here she is again. We're giving this chick offense like crazy now. I don't know. I find it weird, but maybe that's just me. Reading the comments here by World Western Entertainment, Raw was okay. That's fine. I mean, to me, Raw was more in the middle. That's my honest opinion. I'm going to hear the playback. I'll see how it comes off. I want to know if the audio is coming off good. That's just me, of course. That's kind of weird like that. All right, good. We're good. And that was that. Then Alexa Bliss came out. She cut a promo demanding the fans to chant "You deserve it" to her. And after this, Mickie James comes out and attacks her. And then told Alexa that she deserved it. Because apparently through all this, right, Alexa Bliss was frustrated how other people are getting chants and, what have you, but yet she's not getting that whether she deserves. And she referenced the fact that, hey, maybe she was a mom with kids taking jabs at Mickie James. For what it looks like, the feud isn't over. And I'll say this again. If the idea is for Survivor Series to have Alexa Bliss versus Natalya, 2 heels going at it, then I am to believe, again, that Mickie James is going to take the belt off of Alexa Bliss before Survivor Series. That's my belief. It make a lot of sense because, again, you're not going to do 2 heel women going at it. Just saying. All right. We then had Jason Jordan and Elias, again, for no reason whatsoever. Elias started singing like he usually does, and apparently the power went out or his audio mic went off, or whatever the fuck it was. Elias was mad. He should have been, and he threatened the tech guy, what have you. And out came Jason Jordan. They had a match again. It was just there. Obviously, now this time Jordan won by disqualification when Elias attacked him with the guitar. So they're doing this whole thing where Jason Jordan was literally just shoving Elias through the barricade, what have you, on the outside of the ring. And he goes in to like charge at him, right? And Elias grabs his guitar and just whacks him over the head with it. Keep this in mind too, on commentary, Booker T had a problem with what Jason Jordan was doing to Elias Sampson. Like I said in last night's review, Booker T's become such a flip-flop. It's so hilarious. He became literally the heel commentator for no reason whatsoever. We then had Brock Lesnar, along with Paul Heyman, formally accepting Jinder Mahal's challenge. Obviously, Paul Heyman spoke on the mic, a long, lengthy promo, literally just roasting the hell out of Jinder Mahal. Talking about how Jinder not even a worthy champion. He's a paper champion. He's not in the same level of guys like Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, Shawn Michaels, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, to name a few. And how literally Jinder Mahal trying to be a fake Brock Lesnar with the Singh Bros, doing his introductions every Tuesday night on Smackdown. How Jinder literally stands no chance. How Jinder is going to go to Suplex City. And again, I'll be very honest, I'm not big on the match. Again, I think it's dumb, the logic here, because again, it's other two heel champions here, Jinder Mahal and Brock Lesnar. In a perfect scenario here, you'd have most likely Jinder drop the belt. It's not going to happen. And then you can do this whole thing where they go back to India and he gets the belt back, but it should be just a throwaway match, really, to be honest, here between Jinder Mahal and Brock Lesnar. But hey, it's Survivor Series for you, right? Or bragging rights, whatever the hell you want to call it. Okay. We then had the triple threat match between Alicia Fox, Bayley, and Sasha Banks, because apparently, like I said earlier, there will also be a women's elimination match, a 5-on-5, and they want to determine who's going to be the captain for the Raw women's team. So Bayley and Sasha were trying to make a claim for it. So did Alicia Fox. So they decided to have a three-way match because fuck it, why not? The match was lengthy, in my honest opinion. I'm not saying it was bad or anything, but you kind of knew going in that, yeah, they're going to give Alicia the win. They made it obvious, right? There's moments where Alicia went kind of nutty, crazy, ratchety, if you will. I think Corey Graves on commentary referenced to she being a little ratchet, something in that degree. But when it was all said and done, Alicia Fox literally got the win by pinning, I believe, Sasha Banks. Yeah, she pinned Sasha Banks for the 1, 2, 3. So now Alicia Fox is the captain of Team Raw, which is going to be very interesting to see. But we'll see where this goes. We then had, for some odd reason, okay, a 5-on-5 tag team match in the Cruiserweight division because apparently, we had nothing for you guys. Let's place all you guys in this clutter of a match, which, by the way, it was a good match, all the hell you want, but it just felt cluttered, okay? You had Grand Metalik, Mustafa Ali, Rich Swann, Kalisto versus Enzo Amore, Drew Gulak, Noam Dar, Arya Daivari, and Tony Nese. So it was the Zo Train versus Mucha Lucha. Yes, we're referencing the kids show from like the early 2000s. Mucha freaking Lucha. Somewhere Ricochet has to be laughing. I don't even know. I'll be honest, with them doing a elimination match for the men at Survivor Series, an elimination match for the women, how come they're not doing an elimination match for the Cruiserweights? Granted, yes, at the same time, the Cruiserweight division is only on one brand. But I feel like at the same time, it could work, if you give them the opportunity to go out there at Survivor Series, even if it's a freaking pre-show match. Why the hell not? The match, for what it was there. They announced that tomorrow on 205 Live, it's going to be Kalisto versus Enzo Amore for the Cruiserweight title, because apparently Kalisto is invoking his rematch clause. And this match, again, it was just all over the place. Kalisto obviously pinned Enzo Amore with the Salida del Sol. Again, giving Kalisto momentum. You want to give this guy momentum. You want to give him the whole notion that, hey, he might have a chance, even though I don't think he's going to take the belt back. He shouldn't. Really, to be honest here, keep it 100 with you guys, Kalisto should not be Cruiserweight champion anytime soon. Especially with that promo about him being apparently the new Cruiserweight champion. Which I thought was funny as hell, by the way. So that was that, okay? We then get the closing segment of Raw. By the way, early in the show, Shane O'Mac was backstage with Kurt Angle in Angle's office, talking about Survivor Series, what have you. Still pretty cool, too. Which led up to tonight, the closing segment of the show, where Kurt Angle was supposed to announce who would be the 5 men representing Team Raw, and who'll be the captain. So before he even did any of that, he was interrupted by Shane O'Mac. His theme music played, and then he popped out through the crowd, right, with the entire SmackDown roster, so it seemed. At first, I thought, okay, they brought out like the lower tier of the SmackDown Live's brand, if you will. And then they brought out Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, what have you, Dolph Ziggler. And they surrounded the ring with Kurt Angle. And Shane O'Mac pretty much says under siege. Raw now is under siege. And Angle like runs back. Like he runs the hell out of the ring. He goes to the back. And Shane McMahon wants the whole SmackDown Live brand to literally go after the Raw brand. Like go get them. And you see the whole SmackDown Live brand, whichever were there, literally walking to the back. Whoever they saw from Raw, beat up. They beat up Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil. They beat up, I guess, an intern. That was Baron Corbin that did that. They beat up the women. Well, the women from the SmackDown Live brand beat up the women from the Raw brand. Can you imagine what happened if Rusev and Baron Corbin would have beat up the women? I'm just saying, giving an example, okay? It would have been funny as hell, but not really, okay? You just had literally just plain mayhem. The Shield got involved and they got beat up. They went into the locker room area and they were beating up guys in the locker room. Just plain mayhem. The notion is, hey, SmackDown Live is literally hitting the first shot here, right? It took the first shot against Raw. And they went back to the ring. They literally were dragging Kurt Angle. And Shane McMahon told Kurt Angle, hey, listen, bring your gold medal. Bring whatever left of the Raw brand. But at Survivor Series, SmackDown Live will finish off the job. It's true, it's damn true. I'm going to say this right now. I get the feeling, and again, I could be wrong here, but I would not be surprised if I'm right here, okay? That at Survivor Series, the captain of Team SmackDown Live will be Shane McMahon. And the captain of Team Raw will be Kurt Angle. Why the hell not? I'm for it. To some extent, you know, but that's again, it's possible. At the same time, you gotta believe there's somewhere out there. Daniel Bryan's wondering, what the hell, man? Like Kurt Angle with all these injuries that he's had over the years can compete, but I can't. What the fuck, man? I'm just saying. But overall, again, that was the way they closed Monday Night Raw. The invasion has begun. Like I said before. They're better off just calling Survivor Series bragging rights. To be honest here, I think that would make a lot more sense than just call it Survivor Series. I guess tradition, but I get the feeling there's gonna be a trophy at the end of this whole thing and whatnot. But overall, that was Raw. Raw again was a meh show. Other than that, SmackDown Live invaded Monday Night Raw. Give your thoughts down below, guys, in the comment threads of this video if you enjoyed Monday Night Raw or not. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Also, a big thank you once again to the homie himself at Salrex Gaming for the awesome video layout that you see on the screen. If you are a YouTuber, a podcaster out there, and you want awesome layouts and logos done for your YouTube channel, your YouTube videos, your podcasts out there, hit him up on Twitter. He does amazing, amazing layouts. Not just for myself, but for OK Fabe, Sound Monster Sounds Off, Joe Cronin of the Joe Cronin Show, the good people over at That Ass Podcast. Just hitting him a few people that he's done work for, okay? Layouts for as well. So go hit him up. And that's it for me. That's it for my Raw review. Hope you all enjoyed it. Again, guys, follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Make sure you leave this stream or video a big old thumbs up and share it through your entire social media. And that's it for me. Tomorrow I will return back with a SmackDown Live review, live on the channel as well. I'm going to try to do an NXT review also. Not sure yet. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. By the way, if you have not watched it yet, it's in the channel now. It should be in the archives. Go check out my TLC review that I did with Walter, Knowledge at Wrestling. literally yesterday after the pay-per-view, okay? We did a live, almost an hour stream, if you will. Go check it out. It's pretty fun. And that's it for me, guys. I am out. It's me. It's Steve here. And I'm out. Brah.